Yo, 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 this your boy Larry, and I'm chilling and vibing with Rudy Da Barber. What's going on, man?
What's up, bro? What's going on with you?
Shit, man, hey, I'm just chilling and vibing, man.
I see you, man. You doing your thing, bro.
Hey, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Long time no see, man.
And working, putting hell on the floor, and staying out the way. You know me.
Hey, that's what's up, man. It's crazy how we met, man, back at Mr. Fairs, when you was cutting at Mr. Fairs.
Long time, brother.
For
Long.
real, man.
Yeah, I've been to fairs, 16 years? Yeah,
Wow.
started
It been
in there.
that long?
Yeah, it's been 16 years out, man. I grew up in there. That groomed me to be the person, be the barber that I am now, man. I started
So,
in there when I was 19.
wow. So what made you want to start, cutting hair?
I didn't mind. It chose me, bro. To be honest, I never wanted to cut no hair, man. Look at me. I'm a 6'4" barber, man. I wanted to shoot ball and play sports, but during the time, man, the streets was doing a little thing where I say playing tricks on you, and it had me to the point where I thought I could have go out there and make easy money, but it didn't work out that way, as you see. And what happened was my little brother had needed a haircut, and my uncle, to be matter of fact, my uncle, who my little cousin working here with now, my uncle Papa, he had some clippers he used to shave his head with. And first day of school, I remember this from day one. My little brother ain't wanting to go to school because he didn't have a haircut. And so I said, man, being a big brother, bro, you going to school, man. You getting out of here, man. You go to school. And he was like, I ain't going to school. So I got my uncle Clipper, sit him down and cut his hair. Cut his hair for like about 2 weeks. Yeah, he liked it. And so he went to school, and later on, I found out that the neighborhood started coming, like the neighborhood kids. So I started cutting hair free then. Once I figured I was pretty all right, I was charging like little $2, $3. And what made me really took my craft serious, one day I was in a Chinese restaurant, and the lady who stayed down the street from us, her name was Miss Woody. She had two sons. And she came in and she said, Rudy, I heard you cutting hair around in the neighborhood. I was like, yes, ma'am. She said, well, I need you to start cutting my two boys' hair. And I said, I snitched, man. I ain't really snitched, but I was truthful. I was cutting your boys' hair for. She just say, what? Yeah, I said, I was cutting for about 2 months. We started laughing. She said, so them boys was taking them go to the barber shop, coming to you and getting the $4 and $5 haircut. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, well, you do darn good. You need to raise your prices. So that's when I really took it kind of serious and started indulging in with that. But I was trying to play two sides of the fence. You can't do that. You can't be in the streets and you can't be corporate. So I had to choose one or the other. But that's what really made me start cutting hair, like my little brother.
That's what's up, man. Hey, you do a good job, man. My little nephew, hey, he coming to you. He like, hey, Rudy, get me right.
Oh man, Joe, me and Joe
Yeah,
done together too, man. One time he
yeah,
wouldn't even let you cut a hair. That's all he would do. I'm like, Joe, come on, man. You was such. Now he's sitting in the chair. He's standing up tall now. He doing great.
yeah.
Dreadlocks in. He's showing out. Old Joe Science. Shout out to Joe, my man.
Oh
Yes, sir.
yeah, man. So like, I know you experienced, man. Like being a barber, you know, females be trying to get them discounts.
You right.
Like, they'll try to sweet talk you,
Go ahead.
and
Go ahead.
yeah, I say, they try to sweet talk you, and you can give me a $5 off. Why you charging that much? But saying you being a barber, you entrepreneur, you got to charge what you charge.
Yeah. I mean, you fall into that because it's not even females all the time, brother. Be real. It's mainly dudes. It's the dudes, especially like your friends, like the
Yeah.
so-called grew up with. I lost so many friends and family members because I went business. But when I was the $5 fella, you loved me. You like, yeah, Rudy, cut my hair, the best barber. But when I had to turn corporate to pay bills and went up to X amount of dollars, he think he all that. He think he uppity. He think he so and so. But I'm just trying to feed my family. Same thing you trying to. Example, females they will come at you because when you first starting, you gullible. You real gullible in this game because you trying to put your feet in the ground. So I got a card up there now. I was so big headed. I was like, I'm the number one barber. I'm the best barber in Orangeburg. But you can't cut everybody here. You just pick the certain people that you can cut their hair pretty good, and let them see if they come back the next. Build that rapport with them, keep wrapping up, then eventually you'll build your clientele. So people they think I really like, man, you stay busy, but you don't understand how much this. Look, you don't know because I didn't have enough money to pay my light bill, or I needed food in the house. God
Yeah.
made God made and I stayed down and it's for me. So now people look at it like, oh, he always pack or he does. It's not that. It's God doing that. I don't do nothing but sit behind work, trying to keep my community together and keep my family straight. But at the end of the day, Barbara did change my life, and I don't want to get off topic. But yeah, females do want to. They come at you sometimes, but you got to be bigger than that. I went through that
Yeah.
same thing. I went through it. I went through it like, hey Rudy, oh, you fine now? I said, damn, I wasn't fine in school. Good now. Damn, I ain't look good in school. Or you dress nice. I tried my best in school. I'm the same person, the jokey, laughing Rudy. But now it's about business. So yeah, you get wrapped up in it. But once you get your mind out of that you in this for a business. Once you get corporate, then after a while you turn into the regular guy. Nobody don't want you no more. You just you regular Rudy that cut hair. He cut good hair now. He cut good hair, but he ain't about to do nothing. They get to that.
Oh yeah, I mean, but you got to stay that way though, man, because like when they see you come up, that when they want to get on you.
Oh
But
yeah.
when they see you know what I'm saying on the way up, they try to use you, and it's
Oh
crazy though.
yeah. Yeah. You know it. You know it. I know how you doing your podcast and stuff now. I was so busy. I had to get back at you, and then when I got back at you, you was busy. So
Yeah,
doing your podcast. I know your inbox going crazy, man. I want to build your podcast for males and females. Because, a lot of us got a point to prove, not saying a point, but a lot of us got stories and backgrounds that, people be wanting to hear and listen to. So I'll be glad anytime somebody asks me, I do podcasts and all that, I go out and speak, just to give back. Because I don't supposed to be here, man. I'm going to be honest. I don't supposed to be where I'm at. I'm supposed to be a little, in my mind, I'm supposed to be further where I'm at. But where I'm at now, I'm so grateful for it. Just to
me
be the
too.
person I am. I'm a brand now. I'm just not Rudy. I stand for something else. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Cause like when Rudy Da Barber, I already. It's crazy, man. Cause like growing up, seeing you and seeing that progress, man. I want to give you your flowers, man. Hey, salute. So now, what I'm saying, you having your own shop, man. I was like, man, when I heard about that, I was like, yo, that's what's up. And like seeing that progress to where
Right.
you at now, man. Hey, I'm proud of you, man. For real, for real.
I'm grateful to hear that, man, and it's really humbling to see people who watch me struggle. I wouldn't say struggle, but watch me grow. It's humbling, and some of them will be the same way. They be like, man, not going back to the negative stuff, but man, I watched that boy grow, man. Now he charging $10. I mean, he was charging 10, and now he charging an X amount of dollar economy. Everything going up, eggs going up, milk going up. So why can't you can go and buy a bottle of Remy from the club for $250, and you can't pay me an X amount of dollars, say $25, $30 for a haircut. So just the growth of it and the experience, man. I love going through it. Most of us in barbering, they just think like I call them like Instagram barbers, not throwing shade, but they think just because you put a picture up on Instagram, I can get followers or I'm a celebrity barber, but they don't want to go through the work to get where you at. And at the end of the day, the money be good to me, right? I pay my bills and I support my family. But what really pays me is when, like, say for instance, I'm in a store, I'm going somewhere, and a little kid will walk up to me and be like, "Hey, Mr. Rudy, hey, Mama, that's the man who cut my hair," or "Dad, that's the man who cut my hair." That really hits my heart, and I'd be like, "Well, my job is done." Even if
Yeah.
I see somebody with a nice haircut, and I'm not even a barber, I will not downgrade my barber brothers, and that's just something I had to grow on too. If I see a good cut, man, tell your barber you did a good job. They be like, "Who you is?" I be like, "My name Rudy." You Rudy the barber. They be surprised for me to tell them that their haircut look like. But I try not to hate because you don't get no blessing when you hate on people. I
It's
try to
true, man.
focus, man.
So like, how was that progress? What was you thinking like before you opened your own shop up? And saying you was at Mr. Fairs, like did you how did that come about? Did you tell him like I'm thinking about branching off or
Man, I was scared, man. I was so scared because I was at the point where, well, Larry, when you were first coming in there, when y'all was coming in there, it was like what, me, Jonathan, and Mr. Fair, Archie, but y'all was the younger guys, y'all was going to Johnson. But when you came in there, I had like 60 to 65% of the business. So when I thought about it, I said, if I got 60, 65%, I can take my customers and go and get my own shop. But what was going on during the time, the owner, Archie, was in ministry. So he would tell me, he would say, like, Rudy, I'm gonna get in ministry real heavy, and I'm gonna have to pass this on to somebody, pass this on. So I'm thinking in my head, one day me. So that kept me there a little longer than I was supposed to be there. But I'm glad I stayed there long for 16 years. But what got me in the process of having my own, it's nothing like your own, man. God bless the child who has his own. Of course, I'm working with y'all, getting experience, but I want to get out here and see what I can do. And I looked around and looked around, and what's so crazy? I didn't tell nobody because the barber who left about a year or two before me, he left, and he said, when he left, he said, he told the businessman, the owner, he's like, man, I'm leaving, and so I'm gonna get my 2 days notice. I mean, my 2 weeks notice. So when he said the 2 weeks notice, Archie said, which I could understand both sides of it, from business to his side, but he was just trying to be courteous and let him know he was leaving 2 weeks before. So Archie said, no, if you leave in 2 weeks, you gotta go ahead and pack up now. And I understand what Archie was saying, because in 2 weeks you can tell all your customers to come, you taking money away from me. So I was always scared of that. So before I left, I never told no one. I was telling a little sneak, telling my customers. I know I was leaving like 6 months before, so I would tell my customers so and so and so. So the last day, I went to get my check from the bank, and Archie said he said, I can read people. As you talk to people, you can read them. So we went in back. I went in the back to get my last check. He was like, "Here, Rudy." He said, "Man, I'm gonna miss you, man." I was like, "What you mean?" He was like, "Man, I know you got a lot of things going on." And I was like, "Man, I got a lot, but I'm gonna holler at you a little later." I never told him. So he gave my check and he left. So the night we about to leave, Mr. Fair, me and Mr. Fair, the older guy, Mr. Fair, we sit down, and I said, "Man, I'm leaving because I had inspection that next Monday here at my shop." So I said, "Well, I got to tell Mr. Fair, man." I told Mr. Fair, I've been with Mr. Fair for 16 years. That man really raised me like a father figure, taught me the rights and wrongs, the in and outs of everything. And I owe a lot to them people, man. Them people showed me everything. I big up the Fairs. So long story short, I told Mr. Fair. So Mr. Fair, I said, "Mr. Fair, man, I'm leaving." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna see you later." I was like, "Nah, Mr. Fair, I'm leaving. I'm leaving for good." He looked back. He said, "You leaving, really?" He's like, what made you do that?" I told him the same thing. I said, "Man, I just want my own." I could see the tears in his eyes, man. He just started tears coming. He was like, "Man, damn, son, I'm a miss." That's probably the first time he ever called me son. He was like, "Damn, I miss you, man." I boo-hoo, man. I start crying. I was crying, and me and him hugging each other like we had a funeral or something, man. Like Rudy dying. And then I was like, "I'm gonna come and see you." He was like, "Man, you told Archie?" So I said, "Well, I'm gonna call him right now." I called him on speakerphone. As we crying. I said, "Archie, man, I was like, man, where you at?" He was like, "I'm out eating with my wife." I said, I need to talk to you, man." He said, "For what?" I said, "I need to talk to you face to face." He said, "Rudy, I already know." I said, "Wow." I said, "How you know?" He said, "Man, Orangeburg talk. I know you was leaving 2 weeks ago." He said, "Why you didn't tell me?" I told him the same thing. I said, "Man, you kicked so and so out. Well, I understand the business of it." He said, "Nah, you my son, man. I would never kick you out, man. I would have tried to help you more than kick you out." And that hurt me from the bottom of my heart, because I was thinking he was gonna do me like the next person. But slowly but surely, I got here, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna come by. I'm gonna come by the shop." So me and my wife had to come here and clean up. And lo and behold, you man, I look out the door after he finished going out to eat with his wife. He pulled up right in front of the barber shop. I said, "Man, you know where I was at?" He's like, "Man, Rudy, I know everything." I said, "Man, this is on barber shop." So he came in here, we prayed over the shop, and he was like, "Man, just keep it professional." That's what I try and do now. Just no profanity, no cursing, pull your pants up. Just try and go as they lead, as follow they lead, because they've been in business for I don't know how long. So I just try and follow their lead, and now we've been here 8 years, about to go on 9. We ain't had no conflicts. You got your barbershop talk. Somebody might get loud, but you got to, hey, 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 you got to calm that down. But that was really my vocal point of trying to leave there, because I just wanted my own. That was it. Wanted
Yeah.
my, yep,
So
that was it.
Rudy, what encouraging words would you give to any barber that wanna branch out on their own, man? What would you tell them?
Foremost, my first thing would say, believe in yourself. Because a lot of barbers now, like I said, they get the friends and the family members will come up. you the best barber, you the best barber. First, you got to put that in your head. People gonna tell you that because they trying to get over, trying to get a cheap haircut. And if you trying to branch off, study the book, study what your location, where you're going at, because there's a lot of parts in it, and try and find your clientele. You don't want the clientele that's gonna be rowdy and rough in your shop. Like right now, I'm focused on, which I do love my regular clients, but I like teachers, doctors, I like people like that that's secure in their life, that's gonna come back every week. I don't want the homeboy that's gonna jump in my chair and go to the next chair, then go to the next chair. But my advice to him is, man, just stay focused, stay grounded. It's not built overnight. It's not built overnight. A lot of them come into the game thinking that. You got to start from the ground up. You got to start cutting the kids' hair. A lot of them don't cut kids' hair. You got to fight with them kids, because later on, them kids gonna grow up and have kids, and then you're gonna have to cut their kids' hair. So eventually, if you keep yourself grounded with them and stay focused, you can make it, man. And Orangeburg is a good city, because it's like 7, 8, 9, 10 good barbershops around here, and we top 3. To be honest, I would say top 1, but I don't be wanting to put myself up. But effective now. We about top 3 in Orangeburg. If you call my name or call my shop name, and we only been in the game like 9 years, we like top 3, to be honest, man. And I appreciate Orangeburg for helping me out doing this and keeping me grounded. Cause you're not the number one barber, you're not the best barber. You just cut hair decent, you're on time, you focus. If somebody tell me they on time, I mean they want me to at the shop at a certain time, I try my best to be here. Some barbers just lazy, don't want to cut hair at a certain time. You got to get out and grind, man. You got to
Yeah,
grind, hard struggle, bro. And me coming from a hustling perspective of life, I just transform it over to the corporate side. So that's why it's a little better for me to do it. But if you lazy, you're not gonna make it in this barbering game.
yeah. You gotta have a little hustle in your blood, man.
Yep, you got to. But
But hey,
other than that,
Rudy,
yeah.
I appreciate you for coming on, man. I ain't want to hold you too much long. I know you probably got a couple heads to cut before you get up out there. But before we go, let everybody know what we're doing.
Yeah, I got 2 more, man. We just chilling and vibing, man. Nice chopping it up with you, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, chilling and vibing.